So I just want to start like in a little circle, and I want to go around the room, and I want just to talk about the things that make you feel really great about your career, the things that make you feel fearful about your career.
I feel like I was in this rut where I was not feeling anything after any auditions because I was just so withdrawn from it. And so I wasn't like feeling...
So you weren't sure?
I wasn't sure.
It's just filled with so many opportunities, good, and then negativities that happen, and it's all sort of like an addiction in a weird way, because you want to be creative and you want those auditions, but then when you get the auditions, you know, your body gets tired and then you have all this anxiety. So I just want to ask you guys what your process is to help yourself to rise up and to be confident, because there is a reason that certain people work and there is a reason why certain people don't work, okay? And I think it narrows down to the confidence level of who you are.
I wouldn't say that I get necessarily nervous, but that I get excitement, and sometimes it doesn't channel right. That's what happens.
Well, they do say excitement and nerves are the same emotion, but
Maybe
just a little bit of that mindset.
I get really excited about it.
I do get nervous, but I just like try not to care anymore.
Right.
I have a huge problem with anxiety, and I think what's helped me is meditating.
Okay.
I do that every morning, and just through that I practice mindfulness, like when I'm in the audition room.
Be present and take a moment, and then I think it helps me better
Ground down.
Yes.
Breathe, focus on my breath, and like focus on my nerves instead of trying to run away from it. I just
breathe
acknowledge.
through them.
Yeah.
And then create the thoughts and the life of the character.
If I don't have it completely down where it's so clear to me, I blank and I panic. And I have a complete panic attack and I end up looking incredibly green. And when I've been out here for 5 years.
Right.
And it's embarrassing. And it's like, sure.
Because I do make mistakes, but I'm learning it's how you recover from them. Like if you're in the room too, which I've learned from the scene study, is that if you make a mistake, how you recover from it, like even if it's just your personality reacting to it, then that could be something the casting director likes outside of the scene you're doing, and then a reason why they would bring you back in.
When people say, how are you? What's going on? Do you know what you do? You go to the negative first. And that is something that is such a negative thing to do, because nobody really cares. People pretend, oh really? They pretend that they really care about you, but the thing is, nobody gives a shit. They just want to feel like you are confident and solid.
If you look in the mirror and say, F it,
Yeah.
like it is what it is,
Right.
like it takes so much pressure.
But what everyone forgets is that you guys are storytellers. So you just gotta go in and tell the story, okay?
And now in my life, I can tell you I don't give a shit. I just don't. And even like before scene study class, sometimes like this nerve would come into my stomach, and I'm like, why? Why?
And if you really believe in yourself and don't care what anybody thinks of you, then you are 25 steps ahead, because it's your job to go in that room, to tell that story to the best of your ability, and then leave, and then not care. Well, how many in this room will say when you didn't give a shit about the audition, that's the one you got? Right. Holler, yes?
Yeah.
Right, because they're not nervous. I work with so many people that are on shows, and what I do know is this number one factor is they work their asses off to be so specific, and then they can throw it all away, and they know every movement they're going to do in that room. They know how they're going to walk in, they know their conversation, they know when they're going to look up, when they're going to look down, where they're going to fidget, where they're going to have behavior, where they're going to have a thought up, where they're going to have a thought down. And then from the rehearsal of it and the emotional connection they have, they are able to explore it in the room and not have any energy throw them. In fact, they know it so well that they control the room, and I think that's what it's all about. And then when you're really confident about what you're doing, then you are absolutely 100% more confident how it's gonna all play out.
There's this incredible sense of like stillness and just like, almost like that you feel after you do yoga or meditate or whatever, where I'm just so there, where I'm just like,
Yeah, you're just so present.
and it's like going into the room instead of being like, hey, how are, it's like, hey, all right, you ready to do this? Let's go. And every time it was like that, I walked away and I was like, yeah. And I could kind of call it. And the times when I was like, it never happened.
Do the work, understand the beginning, middle, and end of your scene. Understand your emotional connection to the character in you. Creating a vivid imagination connected with your personalization. Walk in with a story so you don't have to have that oddness in the room. So you have total control and just give, and then really not care. But you do care, but you know what I mean. Go for it. Go for it. Yeah, that was great.